Well, hello there. My name is Marley Bird, and in this video, I will teach you how to make a knit cup cozy. You need some worsted weight yarn, a pair of size 7 needles, circular or straights will work, and a tapestry needle to weave in your ends and seam the cup cozy together. This is a free pattern available at Yarnspirations.com. I've put a link in the video description box right down there below for your convenience. Go ahead, grab your pattern and your materials, and let's get started. The pattern instructs us to cast on 39 stitches. You can use any cast on you wish. I am using the long tail cast on. I will also be casting on fewer than 39 stitches just for speed here in the video. I want you to be able to see all of the stitches getting made to create that seed stitch fabric. Once you get all 39 stitches on your needle, it's time to dive in. Place the needle with the stitches on it in your left hand, and we will begin by knitting the first stitch of the row, and then we will bring our yarn between our needles to the front, and we will purl the next stitch of our row. Yarn between the needles to the back, knit the next stitch, between the needles to the front, and purl the next stitch. You will repeat this all the way down the row. After you knit that last stitch, go ahead and place the needle with the stitches on it in your left hand, and you are now ready to begin that same row again. So you will knit the first stitch, bring your yarn between the needles to the front, and purl the next stitch. What you will notice is that you are doing the opposite stitch than what is on your needle. So right here, we are looking at a purl stitch because it has that purl bump, and we are going to knit into it. Bring our yarn between the needles to the front. We're looking at a knit stitch. See, there's not a bump there, and we're going to purl into it. The entire premise of the seed stitch is to do the opposite of what the stitch is on your needle. So if you're looking at a knit stitch, you purl it. And if you're looking at a purl stitch, you knit it. And you would do this until your piece measures about 2 inches, ending on a wrong side, okay? So at the end of the row, once again, make sure you always finish with that knit stitch. And then once this measures 2 inches, you will jump into ribbing. And when we do the ribbing stitch pattern, the very first row has us work a knit 2 together. So we're going to pretend that this is 2 inches, and we're going to do the first row of the ribbing, which has us work a knit 2 together. So I'm going to go into the second stitch over first, and then into the first stitch. So I have my right hand needle through both of those stitches, and I'm going to knit them together. Now I go ahead and jump into my ribbing pattern. So I will purl the first stitch here after my knit 2 together, and I will knit the next stitch. And as you're working ribbing, what you will notice is you're doing exactly the same stitch as the stitch that's on your needle. So when you're doing ribbing, if you're looking at a purl, you purl it. And if you're looking at a knit, you knit it. So the ribbing can accidentally happen if you're working seed stitch, if you are not careful to make sure you do the opposite, and vice versa when you're doing the ribbing, okay? All right, so there we have that. When you rotate your work for the second row of ribbing, you'll notice your first stitch is a knit stitch right there, and we know that. We are going to knit our knits and purl our purls. Make sure you bring your yarn between your needles before you go from a knit to a purl. Otherwise, you'll accidentally get an extra stitch. And you'll get a nice ribbed look. I have another sample to pull in so we can take a look at that ribbing. And you can see here, I have already completed all of the seed stitch and the ribbing, and this is a full cup cozy. So this is all 39 stitches. And I'm going to slide my needle back in place. I have worked the ribbing until it measures about 1 inch. So this total piece here is about 3 inches, and it's time to bind off in pattern. And if you've never bound off in pattern before, you might not know what that means. It simply means you will do the stitch on the needle as it's represented, and then we will bind it off once it's on this needle. So for example, this first one is a knit, so I will knit it. The second one is a purl, so I will purl it. Now I bring my yarn back to the back, and I will have this first stitch that I knit jump over that second stitch that I purled. This next stitch on my left hand needle is a knit stitch, so I will knit it. Have that first stitch on my right hand needle jump up and over the second. The next stitch on my left hand needle is a purl, so I will purl it. Bring my yarn back to the back before I jump, just makes it easier. So have that first stitch, jump up and over that second stitch. Looking at the next stitch on my left hand needle, it's a row of knits, so I knit it. And have the back stitch, jump up and over that front stitch. I will repeat this all the way down the row, and this will give me a nice stretchy bind off as long as I don't make these stitches too tight, and it will give me a nice clean look. When you come to the last stitch of the row, go ahead and purl it. Have that stitch jump over that front stitch, and all you need to do here is cut your yarn. Leave yourself a nice long tail because we will use this tail to seam up our cup cozy. And then just pull that stitch up so that it tightens up just like that, okay? Give it a nice pull. It's all right that that's a little bit loose. We're going to tuck that in right to our seam, okay? So you can place your yarn and your needles away, and now it's time to grab that tapestry needle. Now I do like to use bent tip tapestry needles. I think that they are easier to seam with, and I like the metal ones. So you use what you have on hand, but I am going to thread my tail that I just cut nice and long onto my bent tip tapestry needle. And now I'm going to seam together my cup cozy. Now there is a right side and a wrong side to the cup cozy. For me, because I did the long tail cast on, I like the way this side looks down here at the bottom versus this side here. But in reality, it doesn't matter. Use whichever side works best for you. When I seam stitches together, and I'm just going to whip stitch, I'm just going to pull these together just like so. And I'm going to start up here at the top because this is where my yarn is attached, and I'm going to attach it to the opposite side, going from the back to the front, just right up as close to the top as possible. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here to this side from back to the front, and see how that gives it like a figure 8. Okay, so I'm going to go from back to front over here. And I've essentially joined the two sides with the figure 8. Okay, so it brings it all together. Once the two sides are joined, you can simply whip stitch this together, or you can get more fancy and do a mattress stitch if you want. I'm just going to whip stitch it. When you get to the bottom, your piece looks a little something like that. And down here, once again, I like to finish off with the figure 8. It's just a personal preference. So I come down here and I finish off with the figure 8 to pull it all together. And then I pop my tails to the opposite side so that way I can weave them in. So I'll do one at a time. I'll just flip this over to the opposite side. And I'm just going to come up my fabric a little ways. I'm splitting the actual fibers of the yarn so that way it buries in my tail and it is not popping through on the opposite side at all. So once you get that one popped in, you can give that a trim. But we can come over here to the beginning tail if you have one of those. Hopefully it's long enough for you to weave in. Simply pop it over to the opposite side and do the same thing. Snip your tails nice and close. And there you have it. And there you have it, a cute little cup cozy to use on your next coffee run. I hope you enjoyed this video and the free pattern. You can find more of these available at yarnspirations.com. I'm Marley Bird, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.